Hello, and welcome to the Paranormal Operator Podcast, where we talk about all manner of things that go bump in the night. Here, we will be discussing sightings, investigations, news, and popular media surrounding the paranormal, supernatural, and occult phenomena. So settle in as we search for the truth. I am your host, Adam, Operator 23. In today's episode, we will be giving an update about the All-domain Anomaly Resolution Office, cattle mutilations, a close-to-home Bigfoot sighting, and the sensation of Déjà vu. First, we begin with an update on Arrow. Hashtag UFO Twitter has been abuzz with news and controversy as to who exactly in our government is really investigating UFOs and UAPs seriously. Many podcasts and articles are skeptical of Dr. Kirkpatrick's sincerity as being the head of this office. Recently, there have been articles floating around that whistleblowers from previous UAP government projects have had an audience with Congress. This from the Daily Mail. Attorney Daniel Sheehan has told the Daily Mail that, quote, he is in contact with at least 6 former government officials or military contractors who say they have worked on UFO programs, end quote. Some of these whistleblowers have spoken with Congress prior to 2023, and that some, quote, allegedly know about Roswell-style programs, end quote. Included among these are a former Defense Intelligence Agency director. Additionally, Nobel Prize nominee and consultant to OSAP, Dr. Hal Puthoff, also stated he had briefed Congress on, quote, classified information about reverse engineering programs, end quote, and could corroborate some of the current whistleblowers' allegations. The article goes on to name several other people who may be involved in testifying. If this is true, however, and all of these people were part of recovered off-world technology and reverse engineering programs, then Kirkpatrick's statement in the Senate hearing about not having said technology would have been a bold-faced lie. Others have levied allegations toward Lou Elizondo, the former head of ATIP and current disclosure advocate. On Twitter, at HighPeaks77 has laid out a Twitter thread of 31 tweets in defense of Elizondo. It is my opinion that he seems genuine in his want for disclosure. Kirkpatrick, on the other hand, seems completely disinterested. The Roswell Daily Record had an article from April 23rd stating that some who have sought to testify or give statements to Arrow have been asked to, quote, pay for their own travel and accommodations in order to provide testimony in Washington, D.C. In addition, at least one witness's testimony was taken over the phone from an unsecure location, end quote. In other UFO news, there seems to be a rash of cattle mutilations in Texas. The following is from the Madison County Sheriff's Office Facebook page, posted April 19. Quote, Madison County Sheriff's Office are investigating the death and mutilation of cattle along TX OSR, which is the Texas State Highway. Ranchers advise a 6-year-old Longhorn Cross cow had been found lying on her side deceased and mutilated on their ranch. A straight, clean cut with apparent precision had been made to remove the hide around the cow's mouth on one side, leaving the meat underneath the hide untouched. The tongue was also completely removed from the body with no blood spill. It was noted there were no signs of struggle, and the grass around the cow was undisturbed. No footprints or tire tracks were noted in the area. Ranchers also reported that no predators or birds would scavenge the remains of the cow, leaving it to decay untouched for several weeks. While looking into the Longhorn Cross's death, 5 other similar occurrences involving 4 adult cows and 1 yearling were reported along the area of the OSR, running into Brazos County as well as Robertson County. Each incident occurred in different locations, pastures, and herds. The other cows were found in the same condition, lying on one side, with the exposed side of the face cut along the jawline, and the tongue, once again, completely removed. On 2 of the 5 cows, a circular cut was made, removing the anus and external genitalia. The circular cut was made with the same precision as the cuts noted around the jawline of each cow. Just like the first, there were no signs of struggle or disturbance in the grass, no blood spill, and no noticeable tracks. No predators or birds would scavenge the remains for several weeks after death. The cause of the death of all 6 cows remains unknown. Multiple similar incidents have been reported across the United States, and we are actively coordinating with other agencies to find answers. Please notify the Madison County Sheriff's Office if you or someone you know observes any similar occurrences. Anyone with information on these cases, please contact Investor Foster at 936-348-2755 during business hours. Now for space weather and aerial activity. This from spaceweather.com. Sunspot AR 3288 is Earth-facing and currently unstable. If it erupts, it will jettison an X-class solar flare, which will be Earth-effective. This X-class solar flare, should it happen, will cause radio interference and geomagnetic storms. Moving on. Some in Colorado were treated to a meteor shower on the 27th, except that it was no meteor shower. The luminous objects in the night sky were jettisoned debris from a SpaceX mission to the International Space Station in March. However, there are active meteor showers occurring. This coming from American Meteor Society. May is the best month of the second quarter for meteor activity. The Eta Aquarids meteor shower is expected to peak the night of May 5th, 6th, with the best time for viewing being just before dawn on May 6th, with 10 to 30 objects per hour in the northern hemisphere. Cryptids. Tonight's Bigfoot sighting comes from the Bigfoot Field Research Organization database, reported from the Paranormal Operator home base of Johnston County, North Carolina. Dated July 14, 2002. The report was from a 24-year-old male who, along with his 15-year-old sister, saw a dark, hairy figure walking along 1010, or Cleveland Road. The two were returning home from a local barbecue place, and if you're ever in the area, I can recommend White Swan. It is amazing. It was dark and clear around 9:15 to 9:30. The witness does not say how close he got to it or where he lost sight of the creature. He simply states that after driving for about 15-20 seconds after turning on to Cleveland, he spotted some eyes in the distance, turned on his brights, slowed down, and slowly approached the creature. And that's really the all of it. He does state that he went back the next day to check for footprints, but the ground was very hard, having had no rain over the past weeks, and so he was unable to locate any. I can tell you that we will definitely be checking out this area pretty soon. It's like 9 miles from where we are currently. In fact, we might actually do it tonight. Moving on to ghostly news. Marca.com. Brad Pitt sold probably the most expensive haunted house in America for $40 million. Located in the Los Feliz neighborhood of LA. Pitt bought the house in 1994 for a mere $1.7 million from Cassandra Peterson, who informed him of the unexplainable happenings. Activity reported to Pitt included the sound of high heels walking in the stairs, seeing full-bodied apparitions, and even a dead body floating in the pool. Pitt thought that this activity was outstanding and amazing, and he couldn't wait to move in. These events were witnessed by Miss Peterson, her husband, and the service staff. Unfortunately, it doesn't say whether or not Brad or Angelina witnessed any of this activity themselves. That'd be a heck of a thing to interview one of those guys. Now for a science article. This coming from the BBC Science Focus, entitled, "What Causes Déjà Vu? The Quirky Neuroscience Behind the Memory Illusion." It's an interesting read. The article discusses déjà vu, which is French for already seen, déjà vécu, already lived, and jamais vu, never seen. Déjà vu is the brain telling you that you have already seen or done whatever it is you are seeing or doing currently. The article's conclusion is that this effect is normal and healthy, and it may be your brain doing a logic check on incoming information. The other two memory effects may be new to many. I know I had never heard of them before. Déjà vécu is the feeling that you may have already done something like watched a particular episode of TV, and with this phenomena, it makes it so that nothing ever feels new. Jamais vu is where you feel odd, that you should know what you're looking at, but are drawing a blank. It's a bit like meeting someone and feeling that you should know them, like maybe your brain slightly recognizes their face, kind of, but in reality, you've never met them. This has happened to me a couple of times. But people will say, "Oh, I just got one of those faces." That's actually happened to me where I've experienced it, but also where people have experienced it, upon meeting me as well. Now, I have experienced déjà vu occasionally. The events are usually something I remember from a dream, and the last occurrence happened a few years ago. I was speaking with a friend on the phone, and all of a sudden it clicked that I had been here before. What really cemented the event was that, one, I knew what the other person was about to say before they said it, and two, I remember specifically having a dream where this event happened. Like, I remember waking up and thinking, that was a weird dream. And then, boom, there it was. As far as a memory check, maybe for some people, but my money is on the fact that we are unclear about the nature of consciousness and time. And according to some, like Dr. Travis Taylor, the past, present, and future may be more interconnected than people think. I was listening to a podcast. I can't remember which one it was, but they were interviewing all the cast from Skinwalker Ranch, and one of the anomalies that they detected where in season 1 the whole radio spectrum just lit up, and Dr. Taylor, Travis, had basically said the math pointed to an event that had happened in the past as well as in the future. What kind of astrophysics math he's doing, I have no idea, but I'm going to take his word on it. So maybe the nature of the universe is a bit more mysterious than most people might think. By the way, if you haven't listened to my recent post, I want to say it was Wednesday, we did a short review of episode 2 for season 4, Secret of the Skinwalker Ranch. If you have time to watch that show, please do. You can watch it. It comes out every Tuesday on the History Channel, and you can also watch it for free at play.history.com or on the History Channel app. It is an amazing show, and as soon as payday gets here, I'm signing up to be an insider, because according to the interview that I listened to, everything you see on TV is but a snippet of all the stuff that is actually there, which kind of makes sense because they have to edit it down to be like 40, 50 something minutes long, which is a crime, I think, to the scientific community. I would gladly sit and watch a Snyder Cut length documentary about this show. I feel that would be absolutely amazing. Lastly, the events. Saturday, May 6th, is the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Festival in Townsend, Tennessee. The event will be held at the Townsend Visitor Center. The Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Festival is an exciting and unique event that celebrates the legend of Bigfoot and the natural beauty of the Great Smoky Mountains. Activities and attractions include live music, food vendors, local arts and crafts, and a variety of Bigfoot-themed merchandise from vendors, as well as expert speakers and researchers who will share their knowledge and experience with attendees. There will be talks on Bigfoot sightings, evidence, and theories, as well as how to track and investigate the elusive creature. One of the main highlights of the festival is the Bigfoot Calling Contest, where attendees can showcase their best Bigfoot calls for a chance to win prizes. For the kids, there will be face painting, bouncy houses, and a scavenger hunt. Tickets are $10 to $25 and can be purchased through Eventbrite. And quite possibly, yours truly may also be there. May 13 through 14, ParaConn III, Connecticut's first and original paranormal convention, returns to the Ansonia Armory, 10 North State Street in Ansonia, Connecticut, on Saturday, May 13th, 2023. Doors open at 11 a.m. for general admission, 10 a.m. for VIP. The event features special guests, paranormal investigators, lecturers, authors, entertainment, and other special events. 60 great vendors including psychics, card readers, mediums, horror memorabilia, clothing, crafts, book sales, movie merch, and much more. Food trucks will also be available. For more information, you can call at 203-795-4737 or email ctparacon, that's CONN, ctparacon @gmail.com. Tickets are available at ParaConTicketlyLeap.com from $22 to $27.25. And you can find their website is paracon.org. That's para, C-O-N-N, as in Connecticut.org. May 19 and 20. Don't miss the 3rd annual Western North Carolina Bigfoot Festival that celebrates the legendary creature. It covers several blocks of Main Street in downtown Marion, North Carolina, located just about 36 miles east of Asheville. In addition to the Sasquatch-themed items, you will be able to find a variety of local crafts and food vendors. This year, they're adding an indoor expo on Friday. The big street festival is Saturday. You can find more information at their website, romanticasheville.com/Bigfoot-Festival. Parking is limited, so please do check out the website for shuttle information. June 2nd and 3rd in Canton, Ohio is the MonsterFest presented by Small Town Monsters. They will be having movie premieres, amazing vendors, live podcast recordings, and guest speakers, which will be 17. They have 17 speakers, of whom include Lauren Coleman, Cliff Barackman, and Stan Gordon. Tickets are available at smalltownmonsters.com/SMT MonsterFest for $20.50 online or $25 at the door. June 16th through 18th in Asheville, North Carolina is the first annual Cosmic Summit featuring Randall Carlson among 14 other phenomenal speakers. Millions worldwide believe that there is more to the recent Earth and human history than recognized by our gatekeepers. The Cosmic Summit will tell the whole story best we can. The heterodox subjects addressed at the summit will include the well-published Younger Dryas Impact event, more recent cosmic impacts, suspected precursor civilizations, Clovis people, the Black Mat, Gobekli Tepe, ancient lost technologies, controversial archaeology, megalithic monument building, Egyptian mysteries, and catastrophic geology. Unfortunately, Graham Hancock and Jimmy Corsetti have dropped out of the conference. But on the bright side, that does mean there are in-person tickets available. And they're going for $571 after tax. Online tickets are also available for $49. They can be purchased from howtube.com/14369. Saturday, July 22, will be the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Conference in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. This will be a fairly large event, or at least it was last time I went a few years ago. This event is something that, if you're in the area, I would definitely recommend. This year's speakers include Cliff Barackman, Renee Holland, and Matt Moneymaker from the Finding Bigfoot TV show, as well as Lauren Coleman, Tony Merkel, and Lori Wade. VI tickets are sold out, but there are others which range from $25 to $50, and they can be purchased at gatherupevents.com/Smokey-Mountain-Bigfoot-Conference, and you will definitely see us there. Well, that's all we have for this week, folks. If you like what you heard, please like, share, subscribe, and comment, as anything and everything you do will help out the algorithm. You can find us on Twitter at ParanormalOps23 and Instagram at ParanormalOperator23. Our email, if you have any sightings or experiences you want to report, is paranormaloperator23@gmail.com. Again, that's paranormaloperator23@gmail.com. Until next time, folks, keep searching in the darkness.